Yeah. hmm I just wanted to find out. Oh, look at some flags. You know, oops, flag of 1861, 34 stars. This idea of being a father. Now, I don't know where my sons are at, but I'd like to know where they're at because they should be with me. And I should be the authority in their lives considering the child abuse and kidnapping. It's a repugnant strategy to issue a dissolution of marriage without proof of service. Poop. It's illegal, it's unethical, and you've been kind of pushing your weight around about this child support and all these other obligations that I have. Yeah. But this Father's Day is a day in which people in many countries express appreciation to the fathers by giving them gifts or greeting cards. Yeah. I haven't been able to experience that for 7.5 years. Now, is there some reason you you don't recognize the authority of a father to be able to tell law enforcement that his sons are in the wrong grade, that his sons were taken from him without any protections of law? Yes. That you're going to continue to enforce your court orders because you just can't receive any sort of correction that what you're doing is against the law. Now, well, as a father, I contacted the Federal Election Commission, independent regulatory agency of the United States government. So you thought I was crazy when I said I was running for president of the United States? Yeah. It was before the last election. It's the year's 2019. Yeah. I made sure to go through the Federal Election Commission and look at all of those that thought it was some sort of practical joke to run for president. Could you give me every individual that actually filled out the forms to run for the presidency of the United States of America that realized that they had a very low probability of winning that actual election? Yes. And then get me the actual registration and signature of every individual that has run for office in the United States. Yes. Where they all said, well, we can get elected to office without having to do what we had sworn as oaths. Yes. The candidacy forms of every signature of every oath of office for the last 40 years. Now, I know what the actual form says to be able to be a candidate for an election, that you will support the Constitution of your individual states and the United States of America. And I do know what the oath of office says when you win the election. And I do know that you, well, just give me every employee of the Federal Election Commission. It seems that they don't really believe that they have to make sure that every American citizen is having their rights enforced to be able to run for any office of the nation. Now, I know it was Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton that got the ultimate party nomination, but there are numerous other persons that started out before that election. Yes, Barack Hussein Obama was the president of that time. Yeah. Because the previous election, it was Mitt Romney and Barack Hussein Obama. Right. Now, let's say I went through and I found out that you did know before running for office that my rights were being violated, my sons were being held hostage. Yes. And that this court in this state was refusing to enforce. Well, it'd be repugnant, wouldn't it? to deny any American citizen their civil rights so that you could win an election. Boo! Now, if you think of me as a father, quite possibly the father of the nation, and a large number of individuals, they paid me as just a private citizen that happened to have the best of the best lawsuits to sue each and every individual in office for any knowledge that they have of child abuse or child molestation. It could be quite a few persons that would pay to hear me. Now, I know when you run for election, you don't actually charge for any seats because it's like a public forum or something. You can go there for free. You don't have to buy tickets to hear. I mean, if I was to run, yes, for the actual presidency of the United States, I know Governor Jay Inslee saying, well, he could probably be governor of the state of Washington. My only problem is with the state of Washington, though I was born here, yes, went to high school, yes. In fact, I went to junior high and elementary school in the state of Washington, yes. I went to college and university in the state of Washington, went to Spokane Falls, I went to Green River Community College. I went to Northwest University, a private Christian college. Yes. The only problem with me wanting to take office in the state of Washington is the thought of completely removing the government.